friends, welcome into my channel. My name is Shary. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, as always, you know the drill. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually put out. It's a little bit of a hard video to make, but I think it's also a very important video to make. I'm going to tell you just a little bit of my story. Hopefully this will help somebody today, encourage somebody. Everybody has problems. Everybody has issues. Everybody has stress, especially this day and age. In the world we live in, there's just no way to avoid it. It's all around us. But a little bit about me that you may or may not know. I was diagnosed back in 2013 with stage 3C breast cancer. And it was pretty aggressive and pretty, it wasn't caught early. Let's just put it that way. It's very aggressive, fast growing cancer. So I did the surgery, I did radiation, surgery, chemotherapy, and then radiation. After almost a year straight of one thing after another, I was in remission for, well, as best as we could determine remission. I was so far, I'm not going to say advanced, but let's just put it this way. My oncology team has kept an eye on me about every 3 to 6 months ever since the original diagnosis, just because of my staging and the risk of it coming back. And so everything was clicking along pretty good and, you know, felt good. I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate. I'm the mother of 2 beautiful young women, one of which, my oldest daughter today, Sarah, is 34 years old. I can't believe it. I don't know where the time has gone. And 5 beautiful grandchildren. So I am very, very blessed. But at the end of 2020, which we all know was such a fabulous year, I began getting sick and having a lot of unexplained weight loss. And it took a little while to pinpoint it, but long story short, I now live with the diagnosis of stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. Now, the unique thing about my cancer is that it's gone to the lining of my abdomen, which is different than stomach cancer. Neither one is good. That is definitely for sure. But it was a better diagnosis for me, meaning the pathology led us to know that it was not a new primary cancer. It was, in fact, a breast cancer gene. So even though breast cancer almost never goes to basically the intestines or the lining of your abdomen, in rare cases, it happens. And so my oncologist, even before this came about, he used to always tell me that I worried him. So he was forever doing ultrasounds and scans and tests, and it's still a big part of my life. Even to this day, I now have to go do some bone scans and some ultrasounds and blood work and everything before I go back and see him again. But anyway, there really is no prognosis per se. There's no specific tumor that can be treated or shrunk or removed. It's just simply in the lining. So how we treat it, I am on a chemo regimen, but it's an oral chemo and it's a combination of 2 medications. It's Ibrance and anastrozole, if you're familiar with that. They're aromatase inhibitors, and basically it slows disease progression, is really the best way to describe it in layman's terms. I mean, you could get a lot more technical into it, but really what it does is it's designed to prevent disease progression. So I feel actually really good. I mean, this course of treatment has been far, far easier than the oral chemo, the infusion that I first had back in 2013 and 14. That was bad. I'll tell you what, that was pretty fudge bad. Anyway, I digress. So I didn't script this because I pretty much kind of know the sequence in which I want to go. But the oral chemo it's pretty easily tolerated. There are side effects. There's side effects with any medication. You're not going to get away from that. So I just really try to do the things that I love. For me, I find therapy in nature. I find it in my gardens. I find it in my craft room. Those are the places, and my kitchen. I love to cook. I absolutely love to cook. And so for me, that's therapy. I spent many decades in the salon industry. I was a hairdresser for over 30 years. That was a wonderful creative outlet for me. I loved every minute of it. It still is what drives me to this day. I love color. I've always been passionate about color and color theory. And I'm one of those people, I need to create. If I can't create, then I'm not very happy. And I've come to learn and to accept and realize in myself that our creativity can look different every day. Even for me, like maybe I really want to stand up and do just a really fun jelly print video. But for some reason, my brain just can't think that way. That's okay. That might not be where that creativity is that day. That creativity might be me in the kitchen making a pot of chicken noodle soup or making some sourdough bread. One day it could be sitting at my craft table behind me and making my junk journals, I can sit down and do jelly prints. I mean, your creativity is just going to look different every day. And I think it's going to look different, at least for me, it does, depending on the time of the year. Obviously, come spring, summer, and fall, I'm going to be outside a lot more than I am in here because it's just that time of year. So that I'm going to have more creativity spent in my garden and my flowers and that sort of thing. So what I really want to encourage you to do, because I struggle with this sometimes, like I want to get 3 videos out a week. Sometimes I'm lucky if I get 1. I don't really know sometimes where my channel is and what it represents. I would like to do more just sort of a day in the life. I like to watch those. I have quite a few ladies that I like to watch and people that I really enjoy. They'll put out a weekly video and it just sort of goes through some of the things that they've done, whether it's cooking or in the kitchen or crafting. Let me know in the comment section below, what kind of videos would you like to see? Do you enjoy when I do my junk journal videos? Do you enjoy when I do my crafting videos? If you've seen any of my cooking videos, I have done a number of them. If you enjoyed those, I want to encourage you, and I think especially today, because I didn't realize it, but when I woke up and saw the news, I saw that Toby Keith had passed away from a battle with stomach cancer. And I just want to let you know, if you are someone that was diagnosed, has been re-diagnosed, if you know somebody, a loved one, a family member, a friend, I just want to encourage you not to be discouraged. It's hard to accept your fate, I guess, if you will. It's hard to accept what you're told sometimes. But try to find strength in your passions, no matter what they are, whether they're creative. Maybe your strength is you're more of a numbers person. You're more of a, you really enjoy doing bookwork. I mean, whatever it is, that however is not me at all. No, I hate bookwork. But I do love to create. I love, actually, this sounds really weird, but I love to edit videos. I used to do a lot more, I guess, kind of adventure videos. And then I started getting into a little bit more of the cinematography and that sort of thing, which I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed putting those videos together with some of the photography, the music. I really don't know what my audience likes, if that sounds weird or not. I'm not really an analytics person. I mean, I can go into my YouTube studio and I see, okay, this is the demographic that watches me between this age or this gender or this country or wherever. But I'm not one that gets a lot of comments on my channel. I mean, I'm almost to 1,500 subscribers, but I've been doing this too I've had my YouTube channel for quite a few years. Maybe it's because I never really niched down into one thing that my growth has been slow. I feel like I do a pretty good job at my videos. I just don't really always know what kind or types of videos I should be doing for the audience that has been with me and has stuck with me. So I really do appreciate if you have any encouragement for me as far as what you would like to see me do. A lot of times I just do whatever I feel like doing that day. But just know that because you have an illness or a scary disease, you can still create, you can still make beauty, you can still find beauty in what other people create. You can meet people, whether it's like-minded people on the internet, such as, for example, through PM Artist Studio, which is a channel I watch on the regular several times a week. It's PM Artist Studio on YouTube. Patricia and Mariah, their mother and daughter team, and they do live streams. And there are times where really I wish I could be in my craft room doing something, but I just don't feel like it. And so watching them create is really therapeutic for me. And then also at times it does encourage me, okay, I want to go try that. So maybe I wouldn't, and sometimes I film it, sometimes I don't. I do a lot of things behind the scenes that I don't film. I should film more. I film a fraction of what I do in here. And maybe that's just my insecurity. So you're going to see some changes in my videos, I think, coming this year. I hope you're going to like them. I hope it's going to be something that's going to want to bring you back to my videos when you see that a new video is uploaded. It's not going to be just one thing, like every Tuesday I do this or every Monday I do this. I tend to have a little more flexibility in my schedule as to what I'm going to do, but I really do hope to grow my channel this year, show more of my creative sides to you, more as a whole rounded person, not just in my craft room. I hope it's something you like. So I think that's really all that I wanted to talk about today. Sometimes I feel I don't talk about, I'll mention once in a while in my videos about my cancer or going to the oncologist, but I don't go into detail on my channel about it. I've probably told you more today than I've said in a long time. But just know that if I'm inconsistent with my videos, it's just because there are days it's harder for me to do them. My last week when I went and I didn't see my oncologist. I saw his PA. I see him one time and her the next. And so we were talking about one thing that she brought up to me that I guess for some reason I hadn't even really thought about, which is weird. Anybody that's been through chemotherapy, infusion chemotherapy, or knows somebody that knows that brain fog, chemo brain is a real thing. I mean, it is real. You can get very foggy, very just hard to concentrate, hard to pay attention, put your thoughts together. And so she reminded me, she says, well, because she asked me what brought this up was, she said, have you had any changes in mental clarity, vision, hearing? I can't remember what else she asked me. And I said, yeah, everything. Don't see as well, can't hear as well, can't think as well. And she said, well, you do take even though it's not the same chemotherapy, it's still a chemotherapy in a form, in a sense. And so there is still brain fog associated with it. And it was kind of like a light bulb moment went off. And I thought, that's probably why sometimes it's like, okay, I'll go to my planner and I'll write down, I'm going to do this video this day and edit, upload this video this day, edit, upload this video this day, edit, upload. And then I might be lucky to get one out. Sometimes I don't even get one because sometimes it's like I can't. The mental brain fog, and maybe it is embarrassing to try to do a video if I'm feeling that way. Maybe I shouldn't feel that way. Maybe I should just do it anyway and just say, guys, I don't know how this is going to turn out today. I got some brain fog going on, but it's kind of stormy and drizzly like it is out today, although the sun is starting to poke through now. I want to be in my craft room creating something for you guys. If I seem a little foggy, I'm a little foggy today. Maybe that's the approach I need to take. So these are the things I would love your input on. And other than that, I just hope you are all well. I hope you're all happy and healthy. I know this time of year can be a challenge. It can be for me too. I start to get, my husband calls it cabin fever because it's, you've been cooped up in the house for a few months. It's still too cold to get outside. And, you can kind of start to feel like the walls are closing in on you. But that's where having these wonderful outreaches and artistic communities, content creators that you can watch, and maybe sometimes it's just really uplifting to watch a video of somebody in another part of the country that maybe their weather is different than yours at the time, and you're like, oh yeah, that reminds me. And I think that's another point I want to bring up, why it's good to do document if you like to garden like I do, because we tend to forget that that's going to come back again. Spring's going to come, summer's going to come. I mean, nobody's promised tomorrow, but we always want to have that hope that if you're having a down day, or it's just really dreary and the sun hasn't been out and everything is brown and dead, go back and look at those. If you're a video content creator, look at those videos that you uploaded and put on your channel, or even just photos. Photos are just as good, of your garden. Like, oh man, look at how good my garden looked in June of last year. That was the best tomato crop I've gotten in years. And look at how beautiful my flowers were. So you know that that time's going to come again. It's not going to stay winter forever, even though it may feel like it. So be encouraged. Find encouragement and beauty wherever you can. And try to stay positive, even through the hard times. It really does. Your mental outlook makes a big difference. I have friends of mine that don't have cancer. I'm very lucky. I have a very, very strong, supportive family network and a very, very supportive, wonderful group of friends. Not just females. I have very good female friends. I have many of them, their husbands are very good friends of mine, of ours. So I have a very good, strong, positive support system around me all the time. I think that's important too. I did digress there. I don't remember why I mentioned that, but yeah, just stay positive as best you can. I do really think that helps. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, one of my girlfriends told me not too long ago. She said, you do more in a day than I do in a week. And I don't even have cancer. I'm not even sick. But you get up, start your sourdough bread, you get your dinner stuff prepped, you do all that. Then you film your videos or you work in your craft room and then you make dinner. And so, but that's just my nature. I'm not a sedentary person by nature. So that being said, I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this maybe has helped somebody today, has brought some encouragement. If you are sick with anything, or you know somebody that is, just know that just keep going, be as positive as you can, but do know you're going to have bad days. It happens. Everybody has them. Then you're going to have a lot of really good days. And those are the days you want to remember and embrace, because we are lucky to be here every single day, each and every one of us. And I'm going to leave you with that. I think I'm going to go find a little bit of lunch, and then I might come back in here and make a video. You just never know. I got a lot of things I want to do. So I will see you all very soon in my next video, or on a live stream, or if I comment on your video and you happen to watch my videos. I try to comment on as many as I can. So take good care, stay safe, stay healthy and happy, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.